It's your girl Monét, and you're watching The Exchange Rate. The first and only talk show hosted by a drag queen. Don't Google that, that's a lie. So this past weekend, I was at Twin Cities Pride, where I finally learned what the Twin Cities actually are, because I'm an East Coast idiot. They were originally named the Twink Cities, but communism, so they dropped the K and just moved on. No, I did not visit any bathhouses this trip like Canada, but I have an interesting experience at Taco Bell, which ended with a free Baja Blast and an extra Gordita Crunch. Which is what I call a win-win. Amen? Yes, girl. Now, we usually kick things off with a story or two about Wendy Williams, but today we're jumping right in. It's our last show during Pride Month, and we're making it a gay one, all right? Well, even gayer. Hello. We're getting a visit from two legends from the iconic documentary Paris is Burning, plus one of the busiest men in show business, Todrick Hall, is here, yeah? But before all that, you tweeted me your questions about love, and girl, I've got answers. Let's take a look. At Barbara says, how can I find a man when I prefer my alone time and I get bored after 2 dates? If I don't feel a connection, I immediately cut it off. So am I just heartless or really heartless? Barbara, I like you. First of all, let's talk about how your name, are you an old lady? Barbara, Ruth, Meredith, or some shit like that. Anyway, Barbara, I identify, girl, same. And I think you were just a really heartless bitch. And you know, that's okay. Heartless people need love too, even if it's just for one night. You know what I'm saying? At Iria Obo says, almost 1 year ago, my boyfriend since 6 years broke up with me in a 15-minute phone call. Later, I discovered he cheated on me with a stripper and they were having a relationship. I suffered so much, but now, I promise I'm happier than ever. Dear Monét, I love you, but I don't have any question, just a comment for all the people out there suffering from a broken heart. Sooner or later, you'll look back and think, thank God that motherfucker broke up with me. Enjoy your life, and sorry for my English. Love, Iria. Iria girl, a fucking man. Fuck that motherfucker. Thank God he gone. We don't got no health care, so we ain't trying to go up in the clinic for the gonorrhea and the syphilis shots and all the things. So thank God he's gone. Live your life, and I love you. I'll see you when you come to New York and come to the Exchange Rate. Stunning. And listen, Iria, your English is perfect. Have you ever seen the show? Have you seen my English, girl? It's a mess. At Fresh King says, how do you get people to notice you on dating apps? It seems like every guy I message doesn't respond. Signed, an infuriated gay. Girl, put a wig on it. Listen, if they ain't looking now, you slap a wig on it, some glitter and an eyelash, trust me, they'll be looking. Probably for all the wrong reasons, but they'll be looking. Okay. Twitter, thank you so much for your questions about love and life. Listen, that's all I have for now. Until next time, love, Monét. Mwah. Yes, ma'am. He's a singer, rapper, songwriter, actor, dancer, choreographer, executive producer. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, and somehow he found time to be here with us today. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, put your hands together for my friend Todrick Hall! Toddy, how are you?
I'm so good. Thank you for having me.
First of all, this look, I'm obsessed.
Stop.
These Spice Girls hood boots I live.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I've been trying to catfish people into thinking I'm taller than I really am.
What can I say, on the internet, when I saw you on the internet before I met you officially, in my mind, you were like, I was like, oh, he's giving me 6'1". Girl, I met you, and you Lollipop Guild, okay?
Yeah, I'm giving you a 5'8", 5'9" on a good day.
So you came, y'all don't know, Todrick literally came in from the airport to be here. He is dedicated and committed to the craft. I appreciate it.
But I love you. You don't know, before you got on the show, I usually don't know the queens that are competing before they come on the show, and I had to do everything in my power not to show favoritism towards you because I've been a humongous fan when I've been here. on Broadway. Sometimes I'm like, should I have vocal rest or should I go see Monét X Change perform? Because you have just been like an iconic staple in the New York drag community. And I love what you do on Drag Race. I love what you do on Drag Race, but nobody can entertain a crowd at a club the way you do, which in my opinion is the true definition of a drag queen. So I'm a humongous fan, and I'm just grateful to be here.
Thank you, Toddy. Well, you know what? That was the night I met you. It was at New York City at Therapy Bar, and you had, I think you did like a matinee and a show, and you came out to the bar, and then and then that same night you asked me to open up on your tour, which I did, which was amazing.
Yes.
Your Oz tour.
Yeah.
And I was opening up in front of like.
We never sold more merchandise, by the way, than when you were on the show.
Oh, I will sell some motherfucking merch, okay, girl?
Yeah, so thank you for that.
I will sell that shit.
How could I not be here after that?
But your fans like cover the gamut from like 5 years old to like 50 years old. And here you have me opening up on stage. I'm like, hey, motherfuckers, how are you? And Todd's like, okay, let's try that, but let's try to take out the motherfuckers. It was a really fun tour.
No, we have to do that again
absolutely.
sometime. But you're super famous and super booked now, but one day.
Pot, kettle, fuck it up. But let's talk about the Taylor Swift video, which is now everywhere, and your name is big at the front, executive produced by Todrick. Tell us more about the video. And that experience, because I know y'all are besties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love Taylor. She's one of those people now that I just like stan because she's such a sweet person. She's been so sweet to me and to my family, and I love her family. And it's just been an awesome experience to get to watch her grow and watch her deal with the things that she goes through on a day-to-day basis, but still be so humble. And on my birthday, she played this song for me and told me that she was going to shoot a video for it and asked if I wanted to be a part of it. And I said yes, and I got to really strongly influence who was cast in it and help her with decisions about fashion and wardrobe and stuff, and then she dipped me on the street, and it was just a really, really fun day. Sometimes in Hollywood, as you know now from being in the industry for so long, you get to points where you're having to like work and it feels like work, but this day on set with Taylor felt like we were hanging out at a slumber party. Like people weren't leaving when set was over. No one was like, when's lunch? When do we get a break? It was just like, to me, every now and then you need those reminders of why you started doing this.
Well, I have a question. Was it your idea to have the queens in it, all the drag queens?
No,
because I'm mad I did not get a text or phone call or nothing.
Well, it's because you are so unique that there was not a celebrity that looks so much like... Look, I love Jennifer Hudson, and she's killing the game. And in fact, her and Taylor are going to be in the Cats movie together.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, later this year. Grisabella. But she doesn't. She wanted to do like pop stars that were on the radio at that point. And right now, Jennifer does not have a song on the radio on the pop charts, but when she does, we're gonna do a reboot of You Need to Calm Down and have you play her.
Bitch, I would have been up there in a full Effie white suit, give me girl. Okay, I would have been Effie motherfucking white. But obviously Taylor is not you have your own EP House Party, which just came out, which I am fucking obsessed with, girl. I be at the gym on the elliptical. Do I have your attention? Pow! You know, I get the voice, everything on the elliptical. When are 2 and 3 coming, girl? Because this is part 1. We're waiting.
Well, part 2 and part 3 are in the process of being made right now. I really love them, but I think it's so scary to like put your music out. And every single time I've ever done an album before this, it was a very story-driven album with Straight Out of Oz and Forbidden. There was a story, it felt very like a musical, which is like my comfort zone. So this was very, very scary for me, and I did not know how people were going to feel about it. I was nervous, like shaking, couldn't sleep days before. And I was like, I don't know if it's ready. I don't know if people are gonna like it, and there's no story, and there's only one video, and I was panicking, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yes, because I'm an artist, and I just want people to like the things that I put out. I don't want it to be something that I just enjoy. I want people to like it and want to be inspired to dance and create art and choreograph to it, and I don't know, it was just, I was very stressed out about it, and the day that it came out, it got the best response out of any album that I've ever put out, and
all the videos you post of those
the Nails Their Hips Heels challenge.
Yes, but the guys in the military doing it under bass, I was like, where, my husband is in giving you like just all of the fried faggotry vogue, and I'm like, this is what I want, and I like all these people reaching out and doing it is amazing.
Thank you.
All different, black, white, purple, green, Asian,
little kids dancing to Pussy Puss Pussy.
I'm like,
but I just want to say, because I haven't said it on like a big platform, that it is now available like a completely clean version of House Party. So if you have a dance studio or a cheerleading squad or children, or if you're just a little extra conservative, you can still dance to Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels without all the words that my mom does not approve of. So you're welcome. Thank you.
Nails, hair, hips, heels, coming to Montessori schools across America, okay, girl?
I love you.
But you also do not stop working because now you just made a big announcement with one of my favorite YouTube personalities in the whole wide world, Miranda Sings. You're going back to Broadway again for like the 19th millionth time.
I am. New York, I have to be honest, like I used to just be like, I don't understand why anybody would want to live in New York. I was definitely a hater, and now I'm obsessed with New York and I can't stay away and I just want to live here. And so I'm so excited. Waitress is one of my favorite musicals. I've seen it over 20 times. And
Open it up.
Yes.
Oh, wait, we haven't got the rights yet.
But Sarah Bareilles is just everything, and the music is great. If you haven't seen it, please come see it when Colleen and I are in the show because it's such a great musical. You don't have to be a musical theater fan to like it. In fact, I was dating a guy recently who I brought to your house.
Oh, bitch,
who was
yes, you did.
Beautiful. He was like everything that my Prince Charming fantasy could have ever wanted. And I took him to go see 7 musicals, which I admit was excessive for 1 week.
Could you imagine? You come to New York for the first time, and the guy or girl you're with, they're like, let's go watch 19 Broadway musicals, shall we? I would be over it too, Todrick.
That was a little far, but he was like, I actually don't like musicals, and I immediately was like, okay, thank you very much, goodbye. And I was just like done with the situation, so may he rest in peace. But like, but the only musical that he liked out of all the shows we saw, which we saw epic shows, you guys, but the only one that he liked was Waitress.
I would, 2 of them were epic. The other ones were...
Which, Once on This Island.
That is right.
Lion King. You tried it. Hello, Dolly with Bette Midler.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mean Girls. Mean Girls is cute. Okay.
Listen, the audience, they are shady. They're
shady. Like, wait, we saw Wicked.
Okay.
I mean, this is a great week. Guys, come on. I'm sorry, but it's only 2 hours out of the night. If someone flew you here on a date and took you to see a musical every night, I would think that was
girl,
sweet.
I would be, bitch.
See, I'm with her.
Oh, absolutely. If someone flew me out somewhere, girl, they're getting some pussy, okay? I would get a full fantasy.
And I didn't get that either, so there you go. Am I saying too much? My mom is not gonna like this interview for sure.
I know your mom likes me, so don't put me on a bad.
You put yourself out there. You're the one saying the P word and stuff. I'm over here just looking like a saint, Christian.
But how? And your run is in from June.
August 20th through September 15th.
Oh, so you're gonna be here for about a month.
Just a couple months. Like most of August, I'll be here rehearsing, sing shows every night, and then I'll be here through September 20th. Yeah.
Oh my God.
September 15th, sorry.
September 15th. And how, y'all see, I mean, obviously you guys are both YouTube celebrities. You guys are both huge celebrities. How did y'all friendship, because this just seems like, how did this happen?
Well, we both actually worked and got fired from Disney. So that was our first connection. We both worked at Disneyland and Disney World, and I was in the High School Musical show where I coined myself Black Efron, because I played the Zac Efron character, but I was the only black guy that sang that role. And we both ended up getting fired, but we both ended up doing our own thing on YouTube, and we started doing live shows with each other, and we've been performing together for like over 10 years. We used to just sit around and watch reruns of That's So Raven and Prison Break at my house, and
I'm watching the new That's So Raven's Home.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
It's so great.
So
I love Raven-Symoné. I think she's so underrated at times, but she's just like, I don't know.
She's such a good character actress. Like she acts with her entire being. Like she's like, there's a coin. She's like, there's a coin. Yes.
I love it.
And I love it.
I feel like people have said this before, so it's not my own thing to say, but I agree when people say she's the modern day Lucille Ball.
Absolutely.
So
she's Black Lucille.
Blue Seal
Ball.
Lucille Ball.
And also, can we talk about Hercules? They're doing, and you need to have a role in Hercules.
I don't need to have a role in there because my body's not right to be Hercules, and I cannot do the Alex Newell streets with the muses, but I will be there every night with a new date, hoping that he doesn't fall asleep in the show so he can be my husband. I love Hercules the musical. I think that I love that music, and they used to have a Hercules show on the cruise ship, and I lived on the Disney cruise for a month with my friend, long story, and I watched it like every single week and loved it, so I can't even imagine the Fierce Diva voices they're gonna get to bring it to life.
I mean, okay, here is my prediction for the muses. You ready?
Okay.
J. Hud.
Okay.
Alex Newell.
Okay.
The one from the original. with the blonde hair.
Oh, Lily White.
Lilius White. Lilius White. If y'all don't know, the main voice in the music that you hear, that is Lilius White, one of the most one of the biggest iconic
legendary
voices in the world. Everything. Okay.
Everything.
So hopefully she gets it. That's 3. I don't know who else.
I want Sasha Allen because she is
Sasha Allen.
She's one of my favorite
Sasha
voices.
Allen. Do you guys know Sasha Allen?
There's a movie called Camp. There's a movie called Camp about kids that go to a theater camp. It's kind of like a B movie, but like a lot of like super musical theater people like stand this movie, and she's in it. And she was also in Hair on Broadway.
On Hair on Broadway
She's
too.
everything. You do yourself a favor.
At the age. Y'all. Ooh. But it was in tune though. Don't y'all hear that though? And last, even though he cannot sing and he would probably be a horrible voice, just Bob being the big.
Oh my gosh.
You know, I think
Why you always got to shade Bob? He can sing a little bit.
Yeah, she can sing, whatever. Now, what you know, we have a surprise for you here today, Todrick. Your date from, no, I'm kidding.
Come on out.
Come on out. No, your friends at Waitress sent a very special gift and a present here for you.
Shut up.
Yes, and we are revealing a pie. They sent you this pie
Oh
from
my
Waitress.
gosh.
Physical.
I feel like you made this and pretended it's from Waitress.
Well, Miss Millie don't like it when we toilet in the house, okay?
You know me so well. This is right up my alley. Just cupcakes, sprinkles, marshmallows.
They sent you this pie. I don't know what kind of. I feel like it's a cinnamon chocolate pie.
Okay.
What is your favorite kind of pie?
I've actually never eaten a pie.
You're from Texas, bitch.
I've never tasted pie before.
Work.
I know. I know.
Come over. I'll bake you a pie.
Okay. Well, I already got one baked for me that you probably actually baked, but we'll see.
I do. The last pie I baked was a pecan butter pie.
I remember the time that you and Bob were doing that competition, the cooking competition,
Oh my
and
God.
both of the meals looked sketchy to me. So that makes me nervous. A little bit.
Okay, first of all, Bob insisted that we do this thing, and Todrick happened to come over to the house, and he wanted us to do a ramen noodle challenge, and we both made ramen noodles, and I diced up some chicken, put some scallions, a little white pepper, a little black pepper, and I made my fantasy, and you add a scoop of peanut butter to make it pad thai. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I did, and it was...
Everything that you're doing with your face is what I'm thinking when I'm with her. Monét is one of the most fun people to hang out with, and to hang out with her and Bob at the same time is like the most like iconic. You will get a 6-pack just from laughing at them for a couple hours.
Well, bitch, why don't I have one yet, okay? I've been laughing for years. Oh my God. Well, Todrick's not what you want to hear. The legendary documentary that pulled back the curtain on the New York City ball scene is returning to theaters this summer. Paris is Burning made a lasting impact on the queer culture and paved the way for shows like Pose, of course, and even RuPaul's Drag Race. Let's take a look.
You have space to do all that you intend to.
This movie is about the ball circuit.
A competition among gay people under one roof.
It's like crossing into the looking glass.
A house, their families, kids from broken homes or no home at all.
My name is Angie Extravaganza, and I am the mother of the House of Extravaganza.
I'm Willie Ninja, the mother of the House of Ninja.
Ninjas hit hard, they hit fast. We come out to assassinate.
I am Pepper LaBeija, the legendary mother of the House of LaBeija, and I've been around for 2 decades. Reigning that.
From Paris is Burning, make some noise for Saul Williams, Pendavis, and Freddie Pendavis. Yes! The legends, the icons, the Pendavis, honey.
Thank
Yes,
you all.
ma'am.
Thank
How
you.
y'all? How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing great. We're doing great.
I'm happy you guys are here. Now, let me say something. I am a boy. You guys are born and raised New Yorkers, yes?
Yes.
Yes, and as am I. Todrick is from Texas, but we'll forgive him today. But you now you are a New Yorker, honestly.
He's an honorary New Yorker.
Honorary,
because
yeah.
of that,
Thank
because
you.
he's, you know, he's here. Yeah.
So how do y'all feel that Paris is Burning has become, honestly, a pop culture? It is legendary. It is. You guys have given a generation of people the language and taught us about a culture that seemed forgotten.
You should say first because you're the grandfather now.
Oh, I'm the grandfather. those is fighting words, bitch. Okay.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Recently, we've done a slight transition in the House of Pendavis where Saul gave up being the quote-unquote father of the House of Pendavis. I became the father of the House of Pendavis. And he is now the grandfather of the House of Pendavis. So he has the more sit back, relax, oh no, I don't think this is a too proper type role. And you know, I'm supposed to say, okay, yes, you got it, because you know you've been here and done this.
Yeah.
So that's it. So that's the reason why I refer to him.
So, grandfather Pendavis. That's my commentator voice, bitch, okay?
That's the James Earl Jones Mufasa voice.
Well, I auditioned, I didn't get it, but here we go. So tell us about the House of Pendavis.
Okay, well, the House of Pendavis was basically founded by Avis. After her demise, I took over the house. I've been a father for like the last 18 years. From that point on, I tried to hold the house down while pursuing my career as a doctor. And from that point on, I tried to maintain the house, maintain my life. And the house went well. This year, I'm in my 50s. I decided to retire from work and retire from everything. So I'm retiring from the balls while we're up on the charts. You know, you always retire when you're up. So in our house, everyone in our house have to have a degree. That's a requirement.
Really?
Yes, dear.
Well,
Yes.
So everyone in the House of Pendavis, that makes a
Every
bunch of that.
single one.
That is amazing.
Every single person in my house has a degree.
I have two.
So
Wow.
we
I have two.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on, two.
I have two.
Bitch.
Get ready to get three.
He's the
Really?
youngest.
Yes.
Bitch, I could only stomach half of one. Okay. I'm done.
He's the youngest in the house, so he's the last one to get his degree. So now I could relinquish the house to him. Wow. So now I'm strictly business, and I've left the ballroom scenes as of Saturday, the latex ball. I turned it over to Freddie. So now.
Oh, the latex ball was this past Saturday?
It was this past Saturday.
So this is a recent.
Yeah, it was like really recent.
So I just surrendered it to him on Saturday. So as of today, I'm free.
So when you're the father of the house, like, what does that mean? Like, are people, like, are you, like, training up? Are you teaching people? Like what does that all entail? Being
Well,
the father?
well, my leadership position as the father, I made sure that everyone pursued their education. They needed help and assistance, financially, whatever. That was my job to do that. Wow. Make sure that they were professionals. They stayed professional. They stayed clean records. They come from good backgrounds. We take care of the families of the Pendavises. If you have children like myself, you know, I have a real family. Yeah. And from that point on, you nurture them as if they're your actual children, even though they're adults. Wow. And when they come to you for advice and things of that nature, you guide them in that proper area. And me being in psychology, him going into human service, we still keep that flow. We have teachers and lawyers and things like that. So that's why we keep our house. So basically, our house is the business of the whole gay community.
That is amazing. Because, you know, because here's the thing, because with drag queens, you know, there are like drag mothers and shit like that. But girl, your drag mother is basically, it's just like in the club, you can say that your drag mother. There's literally, there's nothing, you know, above that.
Yes.
So that's so that you guys are really invested in the family aspect of it.
Yes,
and really
it is.
mentoring and taking care of each other. That is wild.
Yes, very that.
It's what we
I
do.
have a question.
By all
I'm a
means.
huge fan of Paris is Burning. Billy Porter is the person who actually told me to watch it, and now I've like made every single person that I know watch it. Mm-hmm. Did you have any idea when you were filming that it was going to be the phenomenon that it is?
Wow, that's easy.
For you.
Well, for me, I got caught. You know, basically got caught. Like my wife used to hang with the gay guys in order to keep from cheating on me. I was in the military. So when I came from the airport, she was at the ball and I couldn't get in the house. So I came to Paris to pre-ball to get the keys to get into the house. I was still in uniform. As I walked across the stage to get my keys, that started a new category.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So that's how military realness got into the
That's how
ballroom.
military realness started.
Wow.
Okay, wait, rewind.
It was
Rewind.
I asked
Sorry.
that question.
My slow middle school brain is still processing this information. Okay,
Okay.
so your wife was at the balls,
Yes.
living her life.
Yes.
And then you'll be coming back home,
Yes.
and in order to get the keys to get in the house, because she had them,
Yes.
you would come and get them at the ball.
Yes.
And then you walking to get your keys became the category
And
of
they was like,
military.
wow, a guy in a uniform. Oh my God, gay ball.
Yeah.
Wow, new meat, fresh meat. And so that started military realness. And from that point on, Devin followed me, Devin Pendavis. He went into the military behind me, and that's how we all followed in the military. And so that's how military realness came to the ballrooms, and we ignited it from that point on.
So back then, when were you guys nervous to have the cameras come in and really and to expose your lifestyle to the world?
Pretty much, somewhat no. I remember my experience. They called me, actually. Jenny called me, and I said, oh, well, I'm going
Jenny,
to
a producer?
Jenny, the producer of Paris is Burning. She called me, and I said, oh, well, I'm going to the Piers today. And she said, oh, okay, cool, we'll meet you there. They met me there, and that's where the whole thing, pretty much 90% of it, was shot, except my name, in which I was at home when I said my name. Other than that, all of it was shot, at least my part, was down the pier. I was having fun talking to Jenny, and a friend, God bless the dead, Baltimore, came by, and he was acting up, and as you've seen on the camera, we had shade, of course, and, it's just...
I mean, and it's one of the most iconic scenes of the movie, you know what I mean? So it's shade, girl.
I know, and it was so funny because my mother, God bless her, she passed, she saw it, and she laughed at it, and she said, you know what? You've made me very proud, the fact that you know that I don't wear that much makeup.
What makeup? Where? I love it. It's iconic. And now you two are also part of another pop culture phenomenon, Pose. You guys are both working on Pose. Make some noise for that. Yeah. How does that feel?
It's great. I mean, how could you not feel not only excited but also energized to be a part of not one but two iconic things that'll probably make history, both Paris is Burning and Pose, and having been on the ground floor as it was being created, as it was being thought of, and the conceptualization of Pose, with regards to Paris is Burning.
Wow.
Does it feel surreal to go back and be on set, because Pose is like a period piece, like everything is set in the 80s or the 90s.
Yeah.
Does it feel crazy and surreal to go back and see it and be like, wow, I feel like we just went back in time?
No.
It doesn't?
You know why?
It was easy for me.
It doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel like that because so many times we're in wardrobe. We're the one saying, no, that didn't work. That doesn't look right. That was wrong, and that was wrong. Or we've made, in consulting, you consult on everything. So in being there were so many pieces that were not there and didn't feel organic until we actually think. And we're hearing it now with season 2, So people are asking questions as to, what did this happen? Or what happened? And why did it happen? And I'm like, listen, I'm not there. You have to talk to Billy or anybody else who's there.
I'll clean that up for Freddie. I'll clean that up.
You go ahead.
Basically, what it was is that we did the first season. We were contracted to do the first season. We were appreciative because we know that in order for it to get the real feel, you have to have someone that actually lived it.
Absolutely,
Right.
So we agreed to do season 1 and the pilot to bring it up to its status. When it reached number 5, I felt my work was done. I knew I was going to retire. I'm not going to be. I'm not a starving artist. I'm not going through all that. That's not my kinko. So we got them started. We gave them the scenes and everything, and gave them what they needed to work with. And after that, they did pretty good with it. We helped write. Well, we did a lot of stuff on Pose, and I just felt like it was, for me, it's going in a different direction than I intended. So rather than to do that, to be someone other than who I am. I just thought it was time for me to leave.
Oh, all right. Well, y'all
Be
heard
true
it
to
here
you.
first, bitch. Okay. Y'all heard the real tape. So now we have a little game that we want to play called "So You Think You Can Vogue." Okay. We all know that. All three of you guys are trained in the arts.
Nope, I'm not. Nope,
No.
Absolutely not.
Not involving y'all at all because
Okay.
we're gonna make them work. Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah. But we want.
We all were like,
Scared.
whoa.
Oh, yes.
I don't want to hear him miss. I did a kick into a split. Okay, don't even. But we got two people from our audience who are going to be our Voguers. Can y'all come up to the stage, Voguing people? Yes. One.
Okay, then.
So you want to do it?
Okay.
All right, there we go. Yes. Okay, so you guys stand over there. So what's going to happen is that we're going to give you a category. What category do we think we should give out?
Models effect.
No.
Models
not
effect?
that.
Oh, okay,
Models
well,
effect
women.
does not.
But
does
these are
not-
women.
Does not vote, and they're supposed to be here to vote.
Oh, you see, these are the nitty-gritty details, okay?
Yeah, the details.
How about
They're
this?
supposed to be here to vote.
What-
If anything, let's do models effect right because they have on clothes.
So y'all gonna win.
Okay, you know what, honestly, if you just impress us with voguing, we'll gag and we'll live, okay? So each of you, you're gonna go first, contestant number one, contestant number two, you're gonna give us a little voguing moment to this lovely song. I think this song is called Beyonce by Monét X Change. If you just give us a little performance, and then we will, oh, we have a scorecard. Sorry, I forgot.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
God.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes,
no.
girl, we're giving numbers.
Chop it.
Yes. Oh, yeah, this is real, honey. All right, so here we go. Whatever voguing means to you, you give us fantasy, you give us luxury, you give us vogue, whatever. You ready? I'll count you in. Feel it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, clap. Yes. Oh, makeup. All right, makeup. Don't fall. We got insurance, bitch. And hold that pose for me. Okay, judges. Todrick, what number we giving? A 9.
Looking for that 7, that's 6.
There is no 7 and 6.
You know what?
Hey, oh! I give a 9 too. I give a 9.
Thank you.
I don't know much about algebra, but that's a nice score. Okay.
Yeah. Come on,
All right,
Beyonce.
contestant number 2, you ready?
Sure, yeah.
Ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Yes.
That's easy.
Oh, yes, reveal.
Yeah,
And hold that pose.
okay.
Yeah.
She held.
Okay, all right.
Oh.
I'm gonna give it 8 as well, okay? Who won?
I'm sorry, the one and the other.
Cross the 0, carry the 1, I don't know, I can't tell you. But contestant number 1, there you go, boo.
Great job.
So you think
Great
you
job,
can
great
vote.
job.
That was lovely. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. Thank you. That was amazing. Oh, I just love y'all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Those are very deep opinions.
Right, a fan. Were fans big back then?
Yeah.
They were. Fans have always been
They had
big.
feathers.
They had feathers and things.
Feathers and
Oh no, we like a more subdued
Yeah.
version now. We're a little toned back. Yeah. But Todrick, Freddie, Saul, thank you so much for being here. Paris is Burning is in select theaters across the country this summer, and you can catch Todrick in Waitress on Broadway starting August 20th. Yes. Now, before we go, it's time for Monét Talks. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Have you noticed that every single restaurant, bar, gym, and artisan toe shop is gay-owned during the month of June? I have. You don't get to throw the rainbow flag up in front of your business and collect the coin that easily. I'm like Janet Jackson. I want to know, what have you done for me lately? Don't think that you can rename your cocktail gender fluid and assume that I'll throw it down my throat. How about some companies that support the queer community 365? Companies like Apple. Tim Cook is the first openly gay CEO of a Fortune 500 company, or companies like Netflix, who have offered the same benefits to same-sex couples for nearly 20 years. MAC Cosmetics named RuPaul the first ever Viva Glam girl and raised over $500 million to help AIDS. Come Gay Pride Sunday, will we be drunk? Yes. Will we be loud? Yes. Will I hook up with a stranger that has a rainbow painted on his chest? Hell yes. But in the midst of all the madness, don't think that I'm so blinded that I can't see what you're up to, corporate America. Like Balachowski said to a straight stripper working at a gay bar in Atlanta, Georgia, not my gay dollars. And with that in mind, please download the smooth shopping app, Klarna. That's an inside joke, thank you so much. That's all for this week. We're taking a break for 2 weeks because I'm booked, busy, and blessed. But tune in next time, and remember to always keep your currency in check. Peace.